32, Harry. It's his 5th. Checking in for the Panthers, number 34, Josiah Skates. At the line for the Bruins, number 1, Hunter Flusher, 2 shots.
All right, well, thank you for joining us here for tonight's Blackford Bruins versus Eastbrook Panther girls varsity game. It's going to be a little late start today. We're scheduled for 6:30, but we're just wrapping up the junior varsity contest. We don't have a score on the screen for you here, but Blackford leads this 40-34 with 32 seconds to play. Eastbrook will try to cut into that 6-point lead of the Bruins. They do. It's now a 4-point lead with 25 seconds to go.
Scoring for the Panthers, number 2, Jace Gilmore.
So after this is over, we'll have about a 20-minute break before the girls' game starts. So if you're here for that, you've got time to get some dinner. Or actually, you've still got time to come out to the game if you'd like. Good crowd here tonight. Parking lot's getting pretty full. You will have to walk a little way. Feels like a veritable heat wave with the temperature being 15 degrees outside compared to what we've had recently. I know this morning when I got up for work, it was 10 below. So Blackford's going to have the ball in the JV contest coming out of this timeout. 25 seconds to go, leading by 4, 40-36. With us here tonight, we've got Keith Cottle. He'll be running the camera. Keith, good to see you tonight.
Yeah, good evening. Enjoyed the drive in. Came in from the north. Road started a little slippery, icy, but still plenty good enough to get here for tonight's game.
Did you get here in time for a tenderloin?
I didn't. I opted for gas station chicken again. So I just, those potato wedges really got me.
So Eastbrook will foul, commit the foul with 22 seconds to go. That'll send the Bruins to the free throw line, leading by 4. Keith, I don't know if you know, you probably haven't seen the rosters for tonight's game, but for Eastbrook, in the women's game, we number 31, Brillin Cottle.
Oh my, some kin. Yes. Yeah.
Brillin's averaging about a point a game, 5'3" freshman. So you don't know if you're related. She's her scoring average is similar to yours.
Let's see. I think we played 31 games, and I scored 7 points. So
all right,
got to get the decimal plates right there.
Blackford hit both of those. They're up 6. 13 seconds to go. Looks like the JV will probably come away victorious in this one for the Bruins.
Number 22.
31 for the girls. Brillin. I believe it's pronounced Brillin. Oh, 22 on the JV. Oh, she's playing in the JV game potentially. Oh, but that's not on our screen. So this is the guys.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 on JV. Her varsity number is 31.
Yeah. I can guarantee you that she has Kentucky roots.
Those 2 free throws. Blackford now up 8. 13 seconds to go in this JV contest. The 3-pointer by Eastbrook. And I think that'll run the clock out here. So we will start our time to tip off clock when the official scorer starts theirs here in the gym, and you'll have about 20 minutes from that time before we start this varsity contest between the Lady Panthers of Eastbrook and the Lady Bruins of Blackford.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Blackford Lady Bruins.
Well, good evening and welcome to Blackford High School in Hartford City, Indiana for tonight's Central Indiana Conference matchup in girls basketball between the Blackford Bruins and the Lady Panthers of Eastbrook. These two schools located about 15 miles apart, probably their, I would say probably their most significant rivals, and both teams have some other rivals probably, but these two communities very close. The kids play soccer together since from a very young age. They all know each other very well. And a lot of Eastbrook fans, I'm sure, have made the trip over here to Hartford City tonight from Upland and that area. So looking forward to a good one tonight. Both teams around 500, so looking for a good contest tonight, Jacob.
Yeah, computer rankings tonight have Blackford as just a slight favorite, about 6 points over Eastbrook is the prediction from the Sagarin ratings. This has been a pretty big rivalry, as you mentioned, the last few years. And people who've been following Blackford basketball recently will remember a couple years ago we played in this building for a conference championship on this night. And then a week later, Blackford and Eastbrook played again for a sectional championship over at Eastbrook. That was a 4-overtime thriller, which Eastbrook won. That was a night that I don't think anyone there will ever forget.
Keith, I know you weren't there that night, but that contest 2 years ago was probably the most exciting basketball game, or at least one of the most exciting basketball games I've ever been to. Been to a couple of IU Purdue games back in the early 90s, late 80s at Mackey Arena that were incredible, and maybe top this one a little bit in terms of just fan volume and excitement, but this one, I think, with 4 overtimes, had just so many twists and turns and moments when you were sure the game was over and one team had won, and then the amazing comeback happened. So certainly an incredible matchup. I know a lot of the fans remember that. So this is the first time that Eastbrook's been back to Blackford since then. So tonight's senior night. There'll be some senior recognition at some point this evening, I believe, of all the Blackford winter sports teams. And as we get closer to this one, we'll join the PA announcer for starting lineups and the announcements of some of the cheerleaders.
I see where we will have our statistician and our his production team with us tonight. It's always good to have. I know a lot of times his NASCAR demands may be covering on him and his crew, but it'll be good to have them on board for tonight.
Okay, Bruin fans, join faith as the Bruin Pep Band plays the Blackford fight song. At this time, we ask everyone available to please rise, remove your hats. As we honor America, playing of our national anthem, this evening will be performed by senior violinist Callie Mealy. Lady Panthers. Non-starters, number 10, Emmy Gorell. 55, Charity Hunt. 20, Jalen Opperly. 31, Violet Cowell. 32, Abby Gilbert. And 44, Ardere Matangi. Starting for the Panthers, number 12, Addison McVicker. 14, Alexa Griffin. 22, Kayla Cochran. 33, Sloan Brown. And number 40, Michaela Reason. For your Blackford, Lady Bruins. Non-starters, number 2, Tyler Ace. Number 12, Genevieve Tressel. 21, Glenn Lemley. 22, Ashley Henderson. 34, Will Sparks. Starting for the Bruins, number 1, Billy McKinnon. Number 3, Addison Starkey. Number 10, Olivia Murphy. Number 14, Janelle Fletcher. Number 31, Riley Huffman. Coach, Aaron Murphy. Assistant, Aaron Cagle. Jason Gispart, Josh Fletcher.
Well, Jacob, two teams here tonight that maybe got off to a little bit of a slow start this season, but have come around and have a pretty competitive year. What can you tell us about these two teams tonight?
Yeah, two very young teams tonight. The only senior we really expect to see on the floor will be Taylor Hedge for Blackford. And two teams that, like you said, started off a little slow. And interesting thing for Eastbrook, they brought on a new player about halfway through the year. That's number 42, Nikylia Reason. They only won one game before she came on the scene. They're 6-4 since she started. She pulls down 12 rebounds a game.
Well, Eastbrook tried to get the ball inside the Reason. Jake, she's wearing number 40 tonight, so as you're keeping track of stats, kind of make that note. Eastbrook tried to get the ball inside to her on the first possession, and the Brewers poked it away. This is Opperly in the lane, and Jacob, I believe you've got her listed as 20, but she's 22 this evening. Opperly in the lane, has that ball blocked by the Bruin defender. Here's Slusher now for Blackford. Looking inside, the Bruins find Sargent. And the Bruins take the early lead 2-0. The first 2 points for Sargent. I think the Bruins are going to sit back in a 2-1-2 zone here defensively. This is Opperly again. He has the ball stolen. Murphy draws the foul and makes the basket. I believe that's going to count. Basket does count. So that's Murphy's first 2 points. Murphy is the Bruins' leading scorer. She averages about 14 points a game. So Murphy's number 10 for Blackford.
Olivia mid-line for one shot.
Murphy gets that one to go. So Blackford now up 5-0. McCammon with the miss. It's Sargent with the putback basket. So a good start for Blackford of 7-0. Sargent has 4. We got 3 by Murphy. Layup and a free throw there.
Yeah, very strong start for Blackford. A couple of those baskets coming off turnovers and interceptions. Getting out in those passing lanes and causing a problem. And that's resulted in a couple baskets.
Yeah, Eastbrook yet to get a shot off. It's been 3 steals for Blackford on those 3 possessions.
Jacob, you may have to go back and listen to the starting lineup. So if the Eastbrook fans, I apologize if we're getting some names wrong here, but
Yeah, 22 is Cochran for Eastbrook.
well, I was sure they announced Opperly as a starter. Maybe they announced her as a non-starter. Okay, so 22 is Cochran. Gotcha. All right, so Slusher to inbounds. Wow, just about jumped out of her shoes there, Keith.
Yeah.
Here's Hefflin setting the offense over to McCammon. In the corner to Murphy for 3. Good rebound by Slusher. Her putback, though, was off the mark. Rebound by the Panthers, Brown. The shot by Hefflin. Oh, off the mark. It's another rebound for Brown from Eastbrook. Cochran will set the offense for the Lady Panthers. Trailing by 7 with 3 minutes to go. Or three minutes gone in the first quarter. So that foul on Hefflin will be her first for Black and the first for Blackford as well. So Griffin with the drive, that one off the side of the backboard, Keith.
Yeah.
Hefflin will push the action a little bit for the Bruins. Out to Murphy. McCammon to Sargent. Back to McCammon. This time she'll put up the shot. The side of the backboard's attracts in basketballs, Keith. Hefflin with the 15-footer.
I'll express my ignorance here. At what point does the side of the backboard become out of bounds?
The side of the backboard is always in. The back of the backboard is out, or anything attached to the support structure is out.
So even if it's the side from the back, as long as it's the side, it's in.
Yeah, it doesn't matter from what angle it comes, but the side and the bottom are in.
The angle.
So, Jacob, you're keeping stats. I'm not sure how many rebounds the Bruins had there, but there was a lot of just that last possession.
Yeah, it was a rough possession on the stat guy, but I got 7 rebounds total for the Bruins so far tonight. 4 for Eastbrook.
There's Hefflin from the free throw line. Jumper. Just a bit long. That rebound was by Reason. Cochran guarded closely by McCammon. Kind of poked it out there, but that's going to stay with the Panthers. McVicker will inbound to Griffin. Oh, that one off the leg of McCammon. Cochran's double team there by 2 Bruin defenders. A lot of fancy dribbling, finds an opening, gets to the basket. Didn't get the shot to go in, but does draw the foul.
No. Good penetration.
So Cochran will have a chance to get the Panthers on the board, and she does.
There we go. That was tremendous hustle on the part of Cochran to keep it alive.
There's Murphy for Blackford.
Take it back.
And she's fouled by Griffin. Keith, we have spotted a few former Blackford basketball players here in the crowd. See if maybe we can get one to come up and chat with us at halftime.
Oh, sure.
We're looking to see if we can find somebody that played in that great sectional game 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we found anybody that was in that game yet. Murphy hits the second. She has 4 now, and Blackford leads 10-1. A little bit of a rough start so far for the Panthers. There's Cochran. Oh, inside finds Reason.
Oh,
good,
wow.
strong shot there.
Very strong.
She's on the board. So the first field goal for the Panthers, Keith, see if they can get something going offensively, but they're going to need to get a stop here on Blackford on the defensive end first. Buchanan gets it inside to Sargent. Oh, Reason with the rebound. Eastbrook doing a little bit better on the defensive glass now, not allowing Blackford those 3 or 4 shot possessions they were getting a little bit ago. Here's a 3-point shot by Murphy. And another rebound, maybe a steal. I'm not sure. Loose ball pickup by Reason. I think we'd give her a rebound there. McVicker thought about that 3. Here's Cochran. She will drive. Double dribble. I don't know, Keith.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. The official is closer than we are.
Cannon in the corner, up to Slusher. She'll put the 3 in the air. Eastbrook with another good defensive rebound. That time McVicker came away with it.
There we go. Good pass. Good look. Wide open underneath.
That's 4 for Reason of Eastbrook's 5. And it's turnover by the Bruins. Cochran's going to take it, and she can't get the lay-in to go, but a late whistle there is going to go against one of the Bruins. I believe it's going to be Heflin. That's 2 fouls on Heflin here in the first quarter, Keith. So maybe a little bit of concern for the Bruins. 2 shots for Cochran. She gets the first one to go. After a little bit of a slow start, Eastbrook starting to come back in this one. Cochran will put up the second. She knocks it in, cutting the Bruin lead to 3, 10-7. And Heflin is going to take a seat as the least interest of the game. Carly Lease. Again, Heflin has 2 fouls, so she's going to spend a little time on the bench here. This gives it to Sargent in the corner, looking for Slusher in the lane. Bruins looked like they weren't quite confident what was happening offensively, so we're going to get a timeout by the Blackford coaching staff with just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Blackford got out to a quick lead. Things were looking really good, but Eastbrook has righted the ship.
Small run.
Yeah, they righted the ship, got things going, and they're coming back. So Jacob, Oak Hill's got the conference won. This is the last conference game to happen this year in the Central Indiana Conference for the women. Everyone else has completed their 7 games except for Blackford and Eastbrook. So these two battling kind of in the middle of the pack this year.
Yeah, a big game for placing for really both Blackford and Eastbrook. You could move up or down a couple spots with tonight's result. Blackford could get all the way up into a tie for third there with Frankton. Oak Hill looking really good in the men's side as well. Of course, the girls team already locked it up with a 7-0 record.
These just about losses there. Poked out of bounds by Griffin.
Have they done the sectional draws yet for the girls?
They have, and we'll have that a little bit later for us, Keith. But yeah, maybe we'll get that here at the end of the quarter. Blackford actually ended up with a very good draw. Lisa's looking for an opening to get the ball back to McCammon. Tries to get it to Sargent on the left side, but that's poked away. Slusher inbounds for Blackford. Oh, dangerous cross-court pass to Lee's. It's poked away, but Murphy ends up with it. Now Lisa will reset things with 30 seconds to go. She's double teamed by the zone. There's Sargent from the left wing. Rebound to Cochran. She loses it. Back to the Bruins with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. And Blackford will turn it over. All right, so 10 seconds to go. Eastbrook a chance to cut into this 3-point Bruin lead. They get the ball inside. They tried to get the ball inside to Reason. And after a scrum, no one will get off the shot. And the Bruins lead at the end of the first quarter, 10-7. So Blackford off to a quick lead. Jacob, I don't know if you ever, I'm not sure exactly what it was, 9-1 maybe? And
it was 10-1 at one time. So Eastbrook scored the final 6 points of the quarter there.
So Keith, you were actually asking about the sectional draw.
Yeah.
So the sectional is coming up next weekend. Jacob, maybe you want to talk to us a little bit about this sectional draw and these teams.
Sure, yeah, Alexandria is kind of head and shoulders the class of the field in this sectional. They drew a bye, so they will play in that first game next Friday night against the winner of Burris and Madison Grant. Eastbrook, who we're seeing right here, they play Wapahani on next Tuesday night, and then winner of that game will take on Blackford in the second game next Friday night. So Blackford just needing one win to get into that sectional final, and could be favored against either one of those teams, but all three of those teams on the bottom half of the bracket pretty evenly matched. Of course, you could see that Blackford-Eastbrook rematch 7 days from now.
Certainly Alexandria the favorite in this sectional, so a good draw from Blackford. They were able to get the bye and be on the opposite side of the bracket. Think about all they could hope for.
No dumb questions. Is there seeding, or do you draw even for the first round bye?
That is a random draw. So to start the second quarter, Blackford will start with possession and a 3-point lead. Slusher will drive baseline, looks underneath for Sargent. Keith, I think Blackford could really benefit from having Heffler back in the game as Cochran drives, tries to draw the foul, but no foul's called. The ball's out of bounds back to the Bruins.
Yes, they could use some height in the paint to help out.
Again, Heffler on the bench with 2 fouls for the Bruins. No one else in any significant foul issues. Sargent leads Blackford with 6 of the 10 points. There's Slusher open inside, tries to put it up over Reason. Rebound by Sargent. Her shot up and also off the mark. And the ball goes to the Panthers, down by 3. So Alexa Griffin will set things up for the Panthers. Cochran finds Reason inside off the block. Her shot up off the glass and over the basket. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Panthers, and the Bruins will regain possession.
Reason is good at turning and getting set and facing the basket. So she's turning that into points already.
That's definitely the goal of the Eastbrook offense, is to get that ball down to her inside, and they've been pretty successful. As the Bruins get it inside to Sargent. She now has 8 for Blackford.
8 points in just over a quarter for Addison Sargent, and her career high is 12. So closing in on that one fast, and they have been able to find her against this Eastbrook zone.
Griffin struggled there a little bit against the Bruin pressure. Cochran tries, she puts the shot up. The runner is a little long. Murphy with the rebound for Blackford. Murphy inside to Slusher. Slusher up against Reason. And she gets the little hook to go in.
Yeah.
Maybe a scoop.
Yeah.
That's Slusher's first basket tonight. And Blackford now doubles the Eastbrook score, 14-7. Gonna get a foul on Reason, I believe. Oh no, it's gonna be against Reason. That's her first.
Team's first this quarter.
So Least drives against the zone.
That should
I don't
be
think
good.
that shot's gonna count. No.
They should count. Continuation.
Foul call Panthers, number 14, Alexa Griffin. Her second, team second.
Now that's the second foul on Griffin, so we'll see if she maybe gets an opportunity to rest on the bench, but no activity from the coaching staff of Eastbrook at this point. A deep shot off the mark by, I believe that was McCammon. Again, no second chance opportunity for the Bruins. Oh, the pass to Reason from deep.
Yeah.
Maybe a little optimistic by Cochran from that distance, but they're definitely trying to get the ball inside.
They are.
Sargent tried to get it inside to Murphy, who was cutting there. Ball stolen by the Panthers. Cochran with a long pass again to Griffin. Griffin on the wing, she'll drive, look for Reason. No, couldn't get it to her. That pass by Brown, intercepted by McCammon. And we're gonna have a foul, I believe, on
A little bit too much body.
Sloan Brown of the Panthers.
A lot of good hustle, just a little bit too much body.
Number 33, slow down. Her first, team third.
That's 3 fouls early in the second quarter for Eastbrook. And we got to get to that 5th foul, and the Bruins will be shooting on every foul from there on out.
Slusher drives and scoops it around. Reason again, almost got it to roll in, Keith.
Yeah.
Thought that was going to have the English to roll in. Slusher taking it right to Reason, even though she's giving up some size. That runner put up by Brown was a little off the mark.
The runner is not a shot that was really existed when I played. And sometimes you'd even get in trouble for taking it because you were supposed to always get yourself set and face the basket. I may be dating myself here. And I will say it certainly has a place in today's game and leads to a lot of points.
Slusher from just inside the three-point line knocks it down. That is 4 for Janelle Slusher. Blackford now up 16-7. Blackford scored all 6 points in this quarter, I believe. Leach finds Sargent over on the left baseline. Thought maybe she'd take that shot. McCammon didn't want to take it either. Slusher will drive on Reason.
Oh, the nice look.
It was. Found Leach. Cochran for Eastbrook will drive it down the lane. Oh, thought McCammon might have traveled there. But Murphy will inbound for Blackford. Murphy so far with 4 points. She's Blackford's leading scorer on the season. Tried to inbound it to Sargent. That ball stolen. The corner to Brown. Skip past to Griffin for 3. Eastbrook yet to score still this quarter as we enter the last 3 minutes. Here's Slusher from the corner. She'll put up another shot. She's not been afraid to shoot tonight. She knocks that one home. Give her 7, and Blackford now up by 12, 19-7.
I think that was our first 3-pointer of the game.
Yeah, that was the first made 3 of the game. On the previous possession, Eastbrook's attempted 3. That was the first time they had even shot one yet tonight.
I'm going to stick my
Cochran will
neck.
shoot one.
I will stick my neck out here and say at this point, the percentage for the girls' 3-pointers is better than the boys, or of last week against Frankton.
Well, Keith, we had a rough couple games broadcasting the Frankton games last week, and it's both the girls and boys combined. I don't know if you remember the number, but it was like 3 of 24 from three-point land.
Yeah, very good. I think you're right. Something close.
So Eastbrook really needs to get something going offensively here. To get the ball inside to Reason, that's their plan. Yep. She does draw the foul this time. So that foul's going to be on Sargent. That's her second. Looks like she might get a bit of a break here as we've got substitutions coming into the game. Reason's first falls off to the left side. So Trissel comes into the game now for Blackford. So both Sargent and Heflin are on the bench with 2 fouls, but probably, and we're going to get a free throw strike violation. Didn't really matter. The shot didn't go in anyway. But Heflin and Sargent on the bench for Blackford with 2 fouls. But with a 12-point lead, probably not a major concern. I don't think we'll see them until the second half. Least drives to the lane. Reason with another rebound for Eastbrook. Vicker will inbound for Eastbrook. Keith Eastbrook still yet to score this quarter. Blackford outscored the Panthers 9-0. McVicker puts up a shot, just a little bit long. McCammon rebounds that, kind of drug her foot there. She's called for the travel, so Eastbrook will keep the ball with 1 minute to go. Tried a little bit of a lob there. McVicker being harassed in the corner, and foul's going to be called, I believe, on Slusher.
Foul called Bruins, number 14, Slusher. Her first, team second.
This time they try to inbound. Oh, there's quite the elbow there by Murphy.
Foul called Panthers, number 33.
Well, foul was called on the Eastbrook defender for first, but definitely a little bit of a reaction elbow there.
Yeah.
Blackford with a 12-point lead here, under a minute and a half. A little bit more pressure by the Panthers this time. Brown will get the steal, but she's fouled. So Brown will go to the free throw line with a chance to give the Panthers their first points of the quarter.
At the line for the Panthers, number 33, Star Brown. 2 shots.
And they do break the ice, Keith.
They did.
So 1 of 2 for Brown. So with the turnover there, Eastbrook will get 20 seconds to try to reach double digits in the first half. Vicker looking for someplace to go. Back to Cochran. Cochran will drive into the paint, put up the shot, and that one goes down. I believe that's Cochran's. No, that'll give her 5 now tonight. 5 of the Eastbrook 10. And that'll be the last points of the half. So the Panthers do score the last 3 points of the quarter, but Blackford has a pretty comfortable lead at the end of that one, 19-10. Blackford coming off of a win last weekend against Frankton. We talked about a little bit of a rough shooting night for pretty much everybody. It was 3 degrees outside and pretty cold shooting inside as well. And this will wrap up the regular season for both teams. The sectional play starts on Tuesday, as we talked about. Blackford will be facing the winner of the Wapahani or Eastbrook game. So maybe see these two again next weekend at Wapahani.
Some shooting stats from that first half. Eastbrook was 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 3 of 12 from the field as a whole, 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Cochran led the way for the Panthers with 5. Reason had 4, and Brown made 1 free throw. For the Bruins, they were 1 of 5 from the three-point line, 8 of 28 from the field as a whole. Addison Sargent leading the way with 8 points on 4 of 9 from the field. So definitely a concerted effort to get Sargent some shots tonight, and it has worked out quite well. Slusher. Janelle Slusher has 7 points for the Bruins, and Olivia Murphy has 4.
Okay. That 1 for 5, I think, was still even better than anything Frankton or Blackford could put up last week.
Well, it was better than the 0 that Blackford was able to score from the three-point line last week.
Even I can do that, man.
So Keith, you see that Oak Hill has won the girls' conference championship.
7-0. Yes.
And right now, Oak Hill's leading on the boys' side. Jacob has a little bit of a trivia question for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Oak Hill obviously already won the girls' side, looking really, really good on the boys' side. So tonight's trivia question: when is the last time that a CIC team won both boys and girls conference championships in the same year? And who was it?
Oh, wow.
So
Go ahead.
which school would it have been, and what year was it that the same school won both the boys and girls basketball conference championships?
Okay, I'm going to take a flyer here. I'm going to say it's not in recent history.
Well, we're not gonna say too much. We'll as we go on tonight, we'll give you some more clues to get a little bit closer.
Okay,
If you're watching on
maybe-
YouTube, the live chat is open for subscribers. So if you subscribe, you can put a guess in there. We can kind of keep
Yeah.
an eye on that and
Yeah,
see
light
if
the
anybody gets it
switchboard
right.
up. I need help.
I mean, you could ask Google AI, I suppose, but that's, I'm not sure
No.
that would give you the right answer. It would make up an
No.
answer.
No, that's a good question. And there's a chance that it may happen again this year. I think I actually know where Oak Hill is at.
Let's talk about that a little bit since we're talking about the boys standing. This is the boys conference standings where Oak Hill's ranked number 1 in Class 2A and they're undefeated in the conference. Blackford took their first loss last weekend as they lost to Frankton. Blackford dropped from number 6 in the class rankings to number 10. Blackford still has a shot. They control their own destiny. They've got 2 more games in the conference. They've got tonight's game against Eastbrook, and then next week they'll wrap things up against Oak Hill. So if they can win both those games, they would earn a share of that conference championship.
Okay. If they got some help, is there a chance they could win it outright, or their best would still be a share of the title?
That is mathematically possible, but
Okay.
Oak Hill is really good. I don't think any of these teams are going to challenge Oak Hill. I'm not sure who they've got left. Jacob, do you know who Oak Hill has left on the schedule? I think they've already beaten Eastbrook.
Oak Hill's remaining schedule is Madison, Grant, Blackford, and Elwood. So the bottom 2 teams in the conference, and then Blackford. It would be quite a
Sure.
surprise if they lost either of
It would
those
be-
2 games against Elwood or Madison Grant. But we saw last Saturday, Eastbrook, the 3rd best team in the conference by record, and the team we're going to see later tonight lost to Madison Grant. So anything can happen.
Yeah.
We've got some scores, or we'll try to have some scores available for you. See our ticker running at the bottom. Games should be starting to tip off any time, so the Oak Hill Madison Grant game should be starting here shortly.
Is Eastbrook and Blackford similar size school?
Yeah, I believe so, Keith. I couldn't tell you the
Okay.
enrollments right offhand. I know if you go to the Central Indiana Conference Wikipedia page, I believe it has the enrollments. I think I just looked at that. I
okay.
think they're very similar. Mississinawa is the only, I believe they're the only 3A school in the conference.
Okay.
The rest
With
of the schools,
East-
I think, are very similar.
The last
Eastbrook-
enrollment numbers from the IHSAA, Blackford was at 490, and Eastbrook was at 501. So yeah, very similar.
That's, very similar. Eastbrook being the newer of the 2 schools, or are they similar age-wise?
They're very similar. And what you ask these
Okay.
questions, you're only supposed to ask
I know.
questions that you've already
Yeah.
that we've already talked
I
about.
know. I know, I should be like
I believe
a
they're
lawyer.
within like a year or 2. They're very close.
A lawyer never asks a question
They might even
he
be the
doesn't know
same year.
answer to. My school is going to celebrate its 100th anniversary this year, so having a big festivities planned. Now, I'm seeing something here I don't think I've ever seen before. Eastbrook is taking advantage of the halftime to get some shots in, get some touches. So if it was soccer, they'd call it touches. So,
Parents and seniors
That's
who are going to
interesting.
be recognized between the girls varsity and boys varsity game need to be in the northeast corner. With about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the girls' game. Again, seniors and parents are to be recognized need to be in the northeast corner about 5 minutes before the end of this game.
All right, Keith, getting ready to start the second half. Blackford up by 9, 19-10. Eastbrook's definitely been trying to get the ball inside the reason, but struggled quite a bit. We've got, a nice audience tonight. They'd like to see something a little more entertaining, I think, than a 10-point second half. Do you think Eastbrook can come back in this one?
There's a reason you play the games.
Oh, I like how you said there's a reason. There's a reason, and if there's a comeback, it will be reason will be the reason.
There's a reason on Eastbrook we play the game.
All right, we'll get started in the second half here. Griffin starts things off. Passes it over to Cochran. Cochran will drive the lane. She'll put the scoop up and off the glass, so a good start. Good start for the Panthers. Took them 7.5 minutes to score in that first half, or that second quarter. And they're out of the gate quick.
Yes.
That's what we want to see. Here's Murphy for Blackford. Heflin, number 31, back in for Blackford after picking up 2 fouls in that first half. She set quite a bit. She's back, or quite a bit, but she's back. With number 3, Sargent. She's also back with her 2 fouls. And as Slusher was driving, I believe we're going to have a foul called on Slusher.
Panthers number 22, Cochran. For seconds, Chase first this quarter.
That ball stolen from the Bruins by Griffin. Griffin will drive. Griffin again. McVicker.
Jump
A
ball.
little bit of a scrum there, and we'll have a jump ball. Yeah, is that our first jump ball tonight, Keith? I don't remember.
No, I think we've had others.
Well,
We had
nowhere-
the elbow jump ball earlier.
Nowhere near like last week where it had to be a record for jump balls.
I think it's a record for steals.
So McCann's guarded out top by Griffin. Oh, Murphy nearly has it poked away. Murphy thought about the three. She'll drive into the lane. Has it poked away by Cochran, but I believe we're going to have a foul call there on Cochran. That could be her third.
Foul call, Bruins, number 10, Murphy.
No, that's actually on the Bruins. I'm sorry.
James first this quarter.
So that's on Murphy. So Eastbrook with a chance to cut further into this Bruin lead after coming out and getting that first basket. Trailing by 7. Oh, Cochran finds Reason inside. Cochran's having a hard time in there against those Bruin
Good
defenders.
scrappy.
Not Cochran. Reason is having a hard time against the Blackford defense.
They're getting at least 2 people on them now.
Cochran left open for 3, and it's good. She's got 5 here in the first 2 minutes of the period, and the Blackford Blue leads down to 4, Keith.
Yeah.
It's Cochran for Blackford, looking to answer for the Bruins. McCammon drives the lane, tries to find Heflin inside. Murphy will drive. We're going to get a foul. The shot. Oh, no, they counted this one, Keith.
Did they really?
I believe they did.
I saw there was too much body on
They
that.
did not. I was completely
No, I
wrong.
couldn't.
Apparently, I don't know what the signal
Yeah.
for the foul on the floor is. Very similar to the made basket signal.
I would have counted the one earlier in the game.
You're right. You're right. Here's Murphy from the free throw line. Short rebound, Heflin. Heflin has it poked away to McCammon. Sargent will drive. McCammon from the corner. Off the mark. Reason gets the rebound. And here come the Panthers again. Griffin will set the offense. Back to Griffin. Looking inside for Reason. She does get an angle to get her the pass. She's able to get a hand on it. Heflin gets her hand in there, and Heflin's got to pick up her 3rd foul.
That could change.
Foul call, Bruins, number 31, Heflin, her third. Checking in, Bruin line, number 2, Tony.
Keith earlier, Sloan Brown picked up her 3rd foul for Eastbrook. So Brown also has 3 along with Heflin for Blackford as the Panthers get it into Reason in the lane. But now it's off her foot. The ball pushed forward to Reese. She's got an angle to the basket. Poked away by Griffin. Murphy inbounds to Reese. Murphy on McVicker. Reese drive, and she's going to draw the foul on Reason. That's only going to be Reason's 2nd, but 3rd foul for the 3rd foul, or maybe the 4th foul.
Panthers, number 40, Reason.
So that's the 3rd for the team, the 2nd on Reason. Reese will drive the lane. She finds an opening, gets it up off the glass. Cochran looks like lost it on the sideline. So Keith, this quarter it's been Blackford that's had a hard time getting anything going offensively yet to score. That's going to be maybe a little bit of a silly foul there on Reason.
Yeah.
That'll be her third, so it's a little bit of a concern.
So third, teams 4.
I think I'd let her play.
Lease has a lane stopped by Reason at the baseline. The Bruins up by 4, halfway through the third quarter. Slusher will drive. She's going to put up the scoop again. This time it doesn't go down. Reason gets the rebound. Fell over Slusher.
I thought there had been a whistle in there.
This is a shot by McVicker.
I want to apologize here with the crowd tonight, probably the largest crowd of the year so far. We have people in the area of our production booth, and sometimes their steps may jostle our camera. So just no earthquakes or seismic activity if that happens. It's just the crowd we have here.
So McVicker hit the first, misses the second. It's a 3-point lead now for the Bruins. And we have a timeout. I believe that's a timeout called by Blackford, Keith?
I believe so.
I would assume so, as Blackford's yet to score so far in this quarter. And Eastbrook came out, got the first one right away by Cochran. And then Cochran put down a 3-pointer immediately following for 5 quick points by Eastbrook. And then that last free throw gives them 6. So the Panthers have outscored the Bruins so far 6-0 this quarter. Again, Keith, I don't know if you had any more thoughts, but our trivia question tonight.
Yeah, what year did in the CIC did both the girls and the men's team from the same school win the basketball championship? Is any of our live chat come up with
No,
anything?
nobody has ventured a guess.
They don't know
on our
either.
YouTube chat. Well, they know. They don't feel the need to show their intelligence to the
bad.
rest of it, or to make you look bad. Yeah. So it does appear that the Oak Hill girls have already won the conference championship. The boys are in strong position from Oak Hill. When is the last time a single school won both the boys and girls conference championship? No, you cannot.
Okay, thank you. That's what I like.
All right, now you can.
Is the school still in the Central Indiana Conference?
Oh, well, okay. We did say we would start to give you some more clues. So, Jacob, is the school that did this the last time still in the conference?
Yes, the school that did this the last time is still in the CIC.
As Murphy knocks down the first one, getting the Bruins on the board for the first time in the third quarter. That is 5 now from Murphy. She'll have a chance to get 6. And she does.
Blackford needed that.
Here's the 3-pointer by Griffin. It's good. The 3 by Griffin cuts the Bruin lead to 2. Murphy will try to answer. Reason gets some rebound, and Eastbrook has a chance to tie this up now.
Yeah.
That one off the foot of the Panthers.
Eastbrook 2 for 2 from the 3-point line in the second half.
Wow.
Eastbrook coaching staff definitely frustrated. Saw an opportunity to tie this up and had the ball go off the player's foot. Blackford gives it to Lease on the roll. She'll draw the foul on Brown, I believe. Yeah, on Brown. That'll be Brown's 4th if that's Brown. That is her 4th foul, Keith. And we are going to have a substitution now after Lease takes his first free throw.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 20, Jalen Opperby.
So now Opperly will come in. I thought she was in before. Opperly will replace Brown. Brown going to the bench with 4 fouls. Reason also has 3 fouls. She remains in the game. Heflin for Blackford has 3 fouls. She's on the bench at the moment.
She's been shooting.
Top corner, Brown, number 2, leaves her third. Team's 4.
Well, the foul's starting to mount up now. That's Lisa's 3rd foul for Blackford. Griffin finds Cochran in the corner. Guarded closely by Slusher. I'm not sure what the plan was there. I'm not sure if she tried to throw it off of Slusher or what. Murphy thought about the 3. McCammon back to Murphy. Thought Murphy had Sargent inside there for a minute with post-up position. Slusher drives. Throws up the runner again. And it's stolen back by McCammon. Murphy was definitely not open for that pass.
Yeah. Good save to get the ball in play by Blackford.
It was a little bit of a football play there where Murphy just tried to knock the ball away from the Panther defender. So that foul's on Opperly, who just came into the game. That's a 5th foul of the quarter, so Murphy will go to the line. Murphy's a 74% free throw shooter, Keith. She knocks down the first.
It shows. Believing in percentages, she should get this one too.
Again, Murphy averages 14 a game. That gives her 8 tonight. Let's go with 8 from Sargent and 7 from Slusher. Slusher had those 7 early and has been quiet for quite a while. Jake, I think you said her career high is 12.
Addison Sargent's career high is 12. I haven't checked on Slusher's career high, but I'm sure it's in that neighborhood.
So Sargent's career high is 12. She has 8. So Keith, would you like to know what decade? Would it help you if you knew what decade?
No, I'm thinking of my next question. I have been. So yeah, I'm still all over it. I'm going to crack this one wide open.
Unfortunately, it looks like our artificial intelligence scoreboard. Well, I guess it has picked up a few scores. Wapahani leading Delta, but no score yet from that Madison Grant Oak Hill game.
Okay. Can I? This may be too much of an ask.
Oh, the horns are. It's too late now. Save it for the next time out.
Yeah. My production brethren making me squirm.
The career high for Janelle Slusher is 10 points that came just a couple games ago at Blue River.
All right.
So closing in on that one too.
Griffin just about lost it. I guess she kind of did kick it off her foot a little bit there, and then was called for the over and back. So golden opportunity missed for the Panthers. Blackford up by 4. Keith, I don't know if you've noticed, but in the second half, Eastbrook has switched to a more traditional man-to-man defense.
Man-to-man, yes.
Here's Elise. Oh, I thought she was going to take that 3. She decided not to. Murphy in the lane. Cochran with the rebound. And we're going to have a timeout by the Eastbrook coaching staff. All right, Keith.
Can I ask a question? Is the mascot for the team that performed this feat of having both the boys and girls win championships within the same year a feline?
No, it is not a feline. It's a good question, though. I like it.
Yeah, okay. Narrowing in.
That would rule it out. Kid, you know, my original guess was Blackford, but Blackford missed it by a year. So Blackford last year won the boys conference championship. The previous year won the girls conference championship. So 1 year off.
Okay.
Griffin double teamed. It's Opperly now. Cochran amongst 3 or 4 defenders. Wow. The Bruins defense got the turnover, but gave it right back to McVicker. McVicker, oh, I thought she was going to take that.
Yeah.
Griffin will.
Yeah.
Her shot's a little bit long as she hits the deck. Up ahead to Lease for Blackford. And she makes the layup. That's the first points for Lease tonight. Blackford now back up 6 after Eastbrook had cut it to 2. Cochran's open from the left side for 3. Murphy gets
Good
another
finish.
free throw as we come into the last 10 seconds. Eastbrook needs to hustle up here. They do, and they're going to get that shot off, but it's blocked. And after Eastbrook had cut it to 2, Blackford goes on a little bit of a flurry here at the end of the third quarter to move that lead back up to 8.
Oh, they started out slow, but they have finished strong.
Well, Eastbrook came out of the halftime break, scored the first 5 points, and cut the Bruin lead down to 5, I believe. It was a good start for them. Eastbrook only got 10 in the whole first half, and they got 9 in that period. So the offense was definitely better, but toward the end, the Bruins went on a little bit of a run.
Okay. I'm going to take a flyer here. I'm ready for my guess.
You ready for? Oh, I'm not sure. Jacob, are you ready for a guess, or do you have some stats for us?
Sure, I'm ready for a guess.
Okay, only because I drive Highway 9. I used to for my employment. I used to drive Highway 9 a lot. And there always used to be a sign that spoke very highly of, well, let me think. Let me rethink. I'm going to say Elwood.
Elwood is not correct.
Elwood's mascot is a panther, right?
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
Elwood also a feline.
A panther would be a feline, I believe.
I didn't do well on that, did I? Okay. Okay, one more guess.
All right, so we start the fourth quarter. Eastbrook down by 8, needing to get a little offense going again like they did at the start of the third. Unfortunately, their first possession ends up at the turnover. So Murphy's leading the scoring for Blackford. She's got 10. Sargent has 8. Slusher has 7. Lease has 2.
Murphy only had 4 points in the first half against the zone, but since Eastbrook switched to the man-to-man, she's been the primary offense.
Well, the man-to-man, as Sargent gets another basket. So, Jacob, you said her career high is 10. Did she tie her high there?
Sargent's career high is 12, so
12.
she needs one more
All right,
basket
all
to
right.
get there.
I need some graphics to remind me what that number is. All right, the next one will do it. Here's a steal by McCammon. She's going to try to take it to the basket. She does. Rebound, Lease. Lease at the free throw line. On Brown, scoops it up.
Oh,
Reason with another rebound. Eastbrook now down 10. McCammon gets this steal. I think
All
she's
the
going to
way.
make this one. She does. So that's the first 2 points for Lily McCammon, for Lily McCammon tonight. Blackford now up by 12. Quite the little flurry here. Inside to Brown. And we're going to have a foul on Reason. It's going to be her 4th. But Brown and Reason now both with 4 fouls for Eastbrook as they trail by 12.
Well, if you believe in counting runs across quarters,
We do.
Blackford now on a 10-0 run since it was 19-21.
I believe Blackford called this timeout. They did. So a 10-0 run, Jake, since it was a 2-point game, so it was 21-19 midway through the third. Blackford had not. Yeah, okay. So 10-0.
Can I ask another question?
Okay. Oh,
Sure.
So Jacob, remind us what the actual question is here.
The actual question is, which team from the CIC was the last to win both a boys championship and a girls championship in the same year? Oak Hill is looking poised to do that this year. We did that last.
And we have ruled out Elwood. And
We have
anyone
ruled
with
out
a
Elwood.
feline mascot,
Yes.
which would include
Okay.
Elwood.
And
Can
Eastbrook.
I?
Oh, don't help him.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I want to ask what an Argyle is. But
Argyle's a sock, clearly.
yes.
It is a
Okay.
Scottish Highland warrior, I believe.
Oh, good answer. Good answer. I'm going to. I feel like I need to take a. Has there been anyone called in yet?
No, no one has called, no one has texted, no one has commented on YouTube with their guess.
I think they just want to see me squirm. I'm 0 for 1.
McCammon, she trips over Brown's foot. Luckily, it's just called out. Actually, luckily for Eastbrook, no foul called, and they're going to get the ball back on the out-of-bounds play. So maybe a little bit of a break for the Panthers there. We'll see if they can take advantage. They definitely have to get some points. They've got to get them quickly. Here's a shot by McVicker. Using with the rebound to get another shot. Griffin's shot long, another rebound by the Panthers. This time Reason will draw the foul. Foul's gonna be, I believe, on these, possibly on Slusher.
Foul call, Brown, number 3, Sargent.
No, I'm wrong both times. Foul's on Sargent.
Panthers, number 40, Reason. 2 shots.
So Reason has 3 points tonight. Her first free throw is a little short.
Checking back in from the Bruins, number 31, Riley Heflin.
Only a few points for Reason tonight, but she does have 14 rebounds for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Second one a bit short as well, but she ends up with another rebound. Finally, Lease recovers it for the Bruins. It's inside to Slusher against Reason. She tries to get it over to Heflin. Back out to Lease for 3. Short. Cochran will bring the ball forward this time for Eastbrook. Inside to Brown, down to Reason. Good play.
Yeah.
Scoring for Eastbrook, number 40, Mikayla Reason.
Need to see more of that. We're down to 5 minutes to go in this one. We'll see if Blackford's a little more content to just kind of play catch, but Slusher definitely wanted to shoot that one. She wasn't interested in running any clock. She thought better of it at the last moment. She'll put this one up. Well long. Rebound to McVicker. Slusher's been not shy to take the shots tonight. She's got 7 points. Heflin's going to take it against Cochran. She gets it to go, and the foul called on Cochran.
I guess position was not established.
Foul call, Panthers, number 22, Cochran.
That's the third on Cochran.
Can I?
Brown and Reason have 4 for Eastbrook.
I have one more question, should time allow, and then I will deliver my guess.
As Heflin knocks that one down, gives her 3 points, and the Bruins are up by 13. Getting into comfort zone range, Keith. We'll worry about that another time, as Griffin is double teamed by Blackford.
Both of these teams have put on pretty good runs. So.
Griffin drives, draws the defenders away from Reason, gets the ball into her underneath. Ooh. Nearly a tumble inside. Cochran gets up and rejoins the defense. Oh, good steal there by the defense forward to Griffin. Griffin with the shot. Rebound to Reason. Under 4 minutes to go in this one. Knocks it up by 13, and Murphy's going to back it out. Run a little clock. That pass a little lazy to Lease. Nearly stolen by the Panther defender. And that one actually was 2 lazy passes in a row. But that's a foul, I believe, on Brown. That could be her 5th. No, actually, that's against Blackford.
That will be 4 against Lease.
That is 4 on Lease, yes. Just the 2nd foul on the team for the quarter. So both teams with 2 fouls. So it seems unlikely that we're going to be shooting many free throws at the end. Cochran loses that on a spin, picked up by Slusher. Heflin's open under the basket, but Murphy's going to keep that one. Here's Sargent, back to Murphy. Murphy threw that one right to Alexa Griffin. Griffin thought about that shot, tried to get inside the Reason, stolen by Slusher. Ahead to Heflin. She's going to take it all the way to the basket. Going to get a foul on Lily McCam, and I think that probably counts as a, I'm not sure, Jake, if that counts as a rebound. I kind of think that's another rebound for Reason. She's got to be getting close to 20.
Yeah, I've got her with 17 so far.
Coming up on the final 2 minutes of this one. Griffin tried to get it inside the Reason again. Vicker looking for options. Now Reason with it. And we're going to get a jump ball.
Joe Hall goes to the Bruins.
Murphy to Heflin. She finds Slusher.
Good pass. Okay.
That's 9 now for Slusher tonight. We're coming in the last minute and a half, Keith. We're gonna have to probably announce what the answer to this trivia question.
Can I ask
everyone
one
is
more question?
very interested, and that's the only reason they're still here, is to find out which team won both the boys and girls in a single championship in a single year.
I've got a guess. I just want to validate.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. Is the mascot an animal?
Yes, it is an animal.
So that rules out the Argyles.
Yeah. Also rules out my guess.
A shot by Brown off the mark. Another rebound for Reason. Another rebound for Reason. It's at least 19.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, what do you got?
I'm going to go with Blackford.
We just said it was not Blackford. Blackford won the boys last year and the girls the year before, but they did not win them both at the same time.
Yeah, it seems like I remember that now.
I
Okay,
guess they
go ahead.
still technically could have been the most recent one, but yeah, this is not Blackford. We come into the final 30 seconds or so of this one. It's going to be a blocking foul
How long
on
ago was it?
Heflin. That'll be Heflin's. What is that for Heflin? That's her fourth.
Shot red, 31. Heflin. It's her fourth.
Within the last 25 years.
Okay. And it's a current team.
At the line.
Their mascot is an animal.
It is not Blackford, Madison, Grant, Elwood, or Eastbrook.
And it's
Would
not
you like to see the standings?
No, I'm looking at it now. Kind
Well, those at home might want to know who our
Sure.
options are.
of. I think we should leave it open, see if we get a call.
So these are your choices. And you're gonna have to make sure we can still see the game. Yeah.
I got it.
Brown on Murphy. She's going to draw the foul. All right. So here are your choices. It's one of these schools.
Foul call, Bruin, 13.
It's not Blackford. It is an animal, and it's not a feline.
For number 33, Brown, 2 shots.
That does not leave very many options.
So it is not the
I know.
Alexandria Tigers. You got some birds here. We got Oak Hill and Frankton are both birds. Elwood, Eastbrook, Mrs. Inawa is an
But
Indian.
Oak Hill is not in the contest.
We said it was an animal, correct?
Yes, it is an animal.
So okay, well, who is it then? It's Oak Hill or Frankton, but I think it's not Frankton either. I don't know who it is either, Keith. We should know this.
All right, well,
Go ahead.
I'll give you the answer. The year is 2017, and the team was Oak Hill on that occasion as well.
Oh, so they're
They-
going to repeat.
Yes.
They have the
and
potential
they
to.
went on a they went on a stretch there of 4 straight girls conference championships in the teens. And in that time, the boys team was very, very good. They ended up, the boys team actually won state the year after that, 2018.
All right, Jacob, did you miss any rebound stats there? Did Reason manage to get 20 rebounds tonight?
So I had her with 19.
Oh.
There's always a chance I may have missed 1 or 2 in there. So
Surely not.
we'll see what the official stats say in a couple days when those come out on Max Preps.
So this will wrap up the girls' regular season. Jacob will maybe have some stats for us here in a minute. Again, the sectional starts on Tuesday. I'll find our sectional graphic here. Sectional starts on Tuesday. Eastbrook will be playing Wapahani at Wapahani. So for all you Eastbrook Panther fans, make your plans to drive down to Wapahani 7:30 Tuesday evening. The winner of that game will play Blackford Friday night. In that semifinal, then the championship will be Saturday night, which I think we would expect. There's a very good chance that Alexandria will be in that championship final, and definitely they're the favorite in this one. Jacob, they turned off the scoreboard here, so we're not going to be able to give you any other stats for tonight. Do you have any scores available or shooting stats, or have you been able to add those up? Or Keith, you need to stall for a little bit more?
No, I think there's at least 3 3-pointers to it, which is as many as we saw last week in total, I think.
We're definitely going to have a little bit of a late start for the boys' game tonight. It's going to be probably about 8:40 for the start of that one. We'll be on a different stream, so if you're watching us here, we will switch to, you'll have to close this one and then go to wherever you found us. You know what? Let's just stick around here. No, I'm going to switch to the other one for senior night. So we're going to switch to the other stream, the boys' basketball stream, on either IHSA TV or YouTube TV. Jacob, got any final stats before we switch over to get to grab senior night?
Sure, I can give you the final scoring. For the Bruins, Murphy led the way with 10. Sargent also had 10. Slusher had 9. Heflin had 3. And McCammon had 2. For Eastbrook, Cochran led the way with 10. Reason had 6. Griffin and McVicker both had 3.
All right, Well, senior night has started. We're going to close this screen real quick and give us about hopefully less than 30 seconds, and we'll have the boys one started up for you. Have a good evening.